SpaceX is buying a coding tool, and not cheap, $60 billion. A rocket company buying a developer's editor? Why? This one headline dropped yesterday, and it blew past 1,300 comments in a single day. What this deal actually is, why a space company would buy a coding tool, whether $60 billion is a bubble or a bet, and what all of this means for those of us who write code every day. Here's the short version. SpaceX is buying Anysphere, the company behind Cursor, outright. It's an all-stock deal, and the price is $60 billion. But this isn't some isolated event. Earlier this year, SpaceX already merged with xAI, the company that makes Grok. So a company that put rockets and AI models under one roof is now buying up the coding tool developers actually use. The deal comes down to four things. The price is $60 billion, not cash, but SpaceX stock. The target is Anysphere, the maker of Cursor. It's set to close in the third quarter of this year, subject to regulatory approval. And Cursor's annual revenue has already climbed to around $2.6 billion. So here's the real question. Why would a space company buy a coding tool? It all comes down to Grok. Grok is a smart model, but it was weak on the coding product developers actually use every day. Cursor owns exactly that spot. Huge numbers of developers and companies already run it. So this isn't buying a model, it's buying adoption and data. And that data is the whole point. In the community, people argue that Cursor sits on more coding data than even Anthropic or OpenAI. What developers asked, which designs they chose, that flow feeds right back into Grok. SpaceX has pegged the AI market at $26 trillion, on par with the entire US GDP. This acquisition is one move in that bet. So, is $60 billion a fair price? At $2.6 billion in revenue and a $60 billion price tag, that's over 20 times sales. For comparison, Minecraft, the best-selling game of all time, sold for $2.5 billion back in 2014. This is 24 times that. So one side calls it a bubble, and the other calls it a strategic bet to buy the entire AI coding market. Both have a point. DeepPulse Deep Dive. From the seat of someone who writes code every day, here's my takeaway. Whoever owns the tool decides where your code flows. So don't tie your whole workflow to a single tool, editor or agent. It's safer to keep the model out of your code and in config. That way, the day the owner changes or the policy changes, you swap to a different tool with one line in your config. Plenty of teams are already moving around exactly like that. The reaction split into 5 groups. First, skepticism that $60 billion is a bubble. People kept comparing it to 24 times Minecraft for one code editor. Second, doubt over why a space company would buy this, set against the read that one side has compute but no brain and just bought the opposite. So, it's synergy. Third, the analysis that the real play is data, that the target is more coding data than even Anthropic. Fourth, a lot of users said they'd already left for another tool. Fifth, strong pushback that the real problem is Musk himself. To wrap up, the heart of this deal isn't the price tag. When the owner of the tool you use changes, the flow of your code changes too. So holding your tools loosely so you can swap them is the most realistic move in a market that's consolidating this fast. That was today's DeepPulse. The tool's owner may change, but your workflow can stay in your own hands. See you next Pulse.